sounded really nice.
All right, guys. Well, welcome back to the channel. I know we kind of took a quick break from cars last week and did some flying some planes at the local high school here by us, but we are back on drag car stuff this week. Tomorrow is another test and tune night. So we fixed a few things on the Camaro, added a few more gauges. We now have coolant temp. We now have air fuel. It's still, the gauges are still kind of mounted a little janky because we haven't built the plate that, but I went ahead and built a plate and everything for the fuel pump and the electric fan switches. So that's at least nicer. Still got to work on the gauges, but that's kind of that was the plan. We just didn't have enough time this week to get it done. But yeah, most of the things, everything's the same in here. We did add intake air temp sensor. Cleaned up a few more things that wasn't really working that well. And Steven fixed a little bit on the nose, but I think we showed that last time. But he fixed the front bumper piece and got it painted now. But yeah, so we're just kind of wrapping up a few things, loading the truck up, getting stuff ready for tonight. But yeah, we'll be at the track tomorrow. We have a lot of tuning we're going to try to get done tonight. And first thing when we get to the track tomorrow, it's kind of the main shift right now is just tuning. We're so far behind on that. Worse than kind of what we were before just because of everything we've added. I actually added two. I almost forgot the most important part is we added a 2-bar map sensor that actually works with the computer and everything. So we have a map sensor that'll actually read stuff with a air fuel gauge that will actually read what we need it to read, or at least tell us what we need it to see. So we actually have the data now to get the tune a lot closer.
Well, we also got a new battery for the laptop, so now we can actually
that's true.
Take it with us and log, because we couldn't log anything, so we were just going off of what little gauges we had. And so now this trip to the track, we're going to probably get a lot accomplished because now we can data log. We've got a good air fuel. We've got, you know.
Yeah, well, I'll have the laptop with me in the passenger seat going down the track for the first time now that I actually finally just got the new battery, and it wouldn't last more than like 10 minutes before. So that's why we were limited for a little bit until I got that new battery, but now it seems to be working. So yeah. The name of the game tomorrow, hopefully at the test and tune, is data. We still have street tires and everything else is exactly the same, except we're going to try maybe to make the tune better and maybe even add some boost tomorrow, just with a little baby T in the vacuum line.
That, and we can also add a little bit of timing too to help kind of spool the turbo a little faster. So I mean, we can.
But hopefully the biggest changes we're thinking is the transmission shifting and stuff. Because honestly, it still had the same tune that it had on in the truck. So there wasn't even, we didn't even know the rear end ratio. We didn't change anything for, you know, the car being smaller, the RPM shift being different with the boost. So we've now gone into that and changed a little bit to get a little closer, but I still think we'll have a lot to do at the track with that, even the transmission as well as the engine. So
I mean, I'm gonna throw out numbers because I mean what I think we should start doing that is
1250 would be awesome.
Well, I think that might be reaching a little far.
You don't think we can get a 1250? We just got 12 knot.
A 13.
Oh, 13.5.
But a 13.9. So I mean,
yeah,
I think
if we can 13.5.
If we can shoot for a
Hold on.
We just ran a 13.9 last time. So
okay, not 12.5. 13.5 is what I meant to say. I forgot.
I think
13.5 would be great.
Realistically, 13.5 would be awesome, but I think we could shoot for low 13s, like a 13.3, 13.2. Yeah. Because with changing the shifting and the transmission, I mean, we could probably drop a half a second just from the transmission shift.
Because we noticed, I've done it like the last street drive, I noticed that it was shifting.
Really
like
fast.
It would hit boost and then shift each time. And part of that video too, that was the street drive, was when I blew past the camera, it would like, right as soon as it hit boost, it shifted right at the camera. So you could tell that the the RPM and everything, we can make more power before it shifts, and we should be better. So,
and we can also limit too, because the last time at the track it was kicking it, the overdrive, you know, the converter was locking up before you cross the line, and with our speed, mile an hour and everything else, we shouldn't even be in overdrive crossing the line. Yeah. So hopefully it can stay in third a little longer.
We're gonna get everything loaded up tonight. All right, guys, well, we wanted to go to the track today and do the test and tune. Got everything ready, loaded up the car last night. I don't know if you can tell, but the car is actually on the trailer behind me. I took it to work with me, and now I'm on my way home from work because it is pouring rain, and it's kind of been raining all day. So yeah, we wanted to go, but it got rained out. We were thinking we may be able to do some street tuning, but I think it's going to be even too wet to do any of that. So yeah, bummer on this week, but I guess rain happens. We're going to try to make the next test and tune, or at least maybe in the next couple days if it stops raining, do some street tuning, bring the laptop along, and just try to figure out a few stuff. Unfortunately, yesterday, checking the weather and stuff, the whole event got canceled. Or not the whole event, but test and tune on Friday got canceled. It just rained too bad, washed everything out. It pretty much rained every day here. So the car is back in the garage. I actually took it to work with me on the trailer, and so it's kind of all dirty now and got rained on all day. But today is a couple days later. We are going to go ahead. It's nice enough out. It's still kind of chilly, but it's nice enough out. We're going to go ahead and do some street tuning on it. We're going to drive it. We got, like we said before, I got a new laptop battery. So now my laptop will actually be able to ride along in the car with us as we tune and check stuff out. So we're going to knock out some of that stuff today. Quick trip into town. Check in, you know, fuel ratio and map sensor and stuff, and seeing where we're at. But now we can kind of do that a lot better. So I'm waiting on Steven to come down here, and then we'll hop in and we'll go for a ride. All right, guys, so we went ahead and drove over to the high school. We noticed just in the quick drive that we did from the house to over here to this parking lot, that it was really lean, wouldn't really hardly drive down the road. So we went ahead and stopped over here, gave it some fuel, fixed a few gauges on the BCM scanner on HP Tuners, so we could actually read what our map's doing and everything now. So we're gonna go ahead and drive around, even probably just drive around the parking lot right now, and just to see if it'll even drive before we go back on the road. But I don't know, hopefully it can at least do something here, or at least get into some better fueling. gotta fix another gauge. Still not reading what it needs to be reading. Alright guys, well, we've been filling for a while. We haven't really filmed much of it. It's been kind of us just trying to figure out. We're having trouble switching over to a 2-bar map sensor. It's just not running right. It's not, we can't get a full pull out of it with boost, so we've just been kind of messing around. So we ran back and changed the tune back to the 1-bar like we did the last time we went down the drag strip, put the different map sensor back in it. We loaded the, like I said, we loaded the tune back in it, so we're gonna just go see if we're still at the same starting point that we were at, because maybe we've changed something. Maybe the spark plugs are fouled out or something. We have new plugs that we can change, but we kind of want to rule out the tune first before we start thinking it might be something mechanical. So hit 200 and peak it doesn't like it, but it shouldn't be. The whole reason we changed it to a 2-bar is so it doesn't read, so it doesn't max out.
Right, and the thing is, the boost isn't changing, and we shouldn't be seeing that much. We shouldn't be reading that much kPa on the boost level that we're at.
105 or no 200?
Yeah, we shouldn't be reading 200 at 5 pounds of boost. So there's either something wrong with that sensor, or there's something wrong
with changing
the operating
I know system. We need to do more research on changing the operating system on the tune, because obviously something's going on, but as of right now, this video has sucked. We tried to load up to go to the track. We got rained out. We were going to do street tuning and street driving. We've done barely any of that because we can't figure out what's going on with it. I think it's just going to take a lot more tuning than an hour. We're going to have to sit here and do it. Sometimes you just got to let out some steam.
Yeah, no joke.
But this thing's, it will get there. But catch us on the next video. We're gonna, I know the last few videos have been kind of, well, the flying one was okay, but I don't know. We're trying to figure this car out. We're making it better. It's gonna take some time. So catch us on the next one.